Brutal Barracuda, a Sniper Elite channel.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we've just received our second update for Sniper Elite Resistance with update 1.10, so I guess it's time to take a quick look and see what changes this brings. So as you can see here, there's been another absolute buttload of small bug fixes. Now I'm not going to go through everything because of a lot of it is just various texture issues or floating assets that have been corrected or grass clipping into buildings, stuff that's really not worth talking about if I'm honest, but there are a few things that are worth mentioning. Now I will leave a link in the description to the full patch notes if you are interested in reading every little bug fix, but for now I'll just talk about the few fixes that are worth mentioning. Then I will move on to discussing the 2 free maps that have been added along with this update. So first up is the bug affecting the kill list target on mission 6. The problem we had here was the kill list target would not return to the fireplace after becoming alerted. Now there were certain ways you could still complete this objective. Stealthing your way in was one option that worked for some people. Just setting the trap and leaving, crossing your fingers, maybe half an hour or so later the objective would just pop up, objective complete. It was very random and very broken. Well, I can now confirm that this bug has been fixed, and after the all clear, the kill list target will now return to the fireplace and activate the trap. So if you still haven't unlocked the reward for killing the kill list target with the cold torpedo, you can now go ahead and get that done. For your troubles, you will be rewarded with the Irma 36 SMG.
Well, that certainly struck a nerve, wouldn't you say?
Next up, there was a lot of issues with ghost kills failing to register when killing enemies stealthily. I know a lot of people were having problems getting ghost kills. From what I've heard, it was mainly in the propaganda missions. I think the last update is what broke things. Apparently, using the suppressed ammo was one way to get around this bug, but I have tested it since this update, and whilst it worked as it should 99% of the time, there was still the odd occasion where a ghost kill wouldn't register, even though no one saw it or heard it. So yeah, whilst it seems to be working fairly well, it still isn't perfect. One thing worth remembering is that the pistol that you're using during these challenges, it may be silenced, but it still has an audible range of 26 meters. So you need to be aware, because if anyone hears the sound of your gun whilst you're killing someone, then it will not be classed as a ghost kill and you will not receive the bonus time. And really quickly, speaking of the propaganda challenges, if you were getting the bug whereby you would complete a challenge but the relevant reward would not unlock, be it a gun or an attachment, that has supposedly now also been fixed. Only problem is you will have to complete the challenge again, but at least you know your new equipment will unlock. Well, should unlock. Next up, Rebellion have fixed an issue where Harry's voiceover dialogue would not play when using the invasion phones. Previously, when he was using the phones, Harry would say nothing and you would just hear the German on the other end. But now we actually get to hear what Harry has to say. Although for some reason when Harry's on the phone, my subtitles seem to come out in German, which is pretty bizarre, but there you are.
Wo ist der Jäger? Es ist wichtig.
And that's about it really. I mean, there are a ton of other bits. Lots of ladders in the game, for example, that weren't properly climbable have now been fixed. No, little things like that. One thing that bothered me was this just here. Fixed an issue in which there was an invisible wall that prevented pushing the kill target into the dam. I thought, hang about, we can push him off? That's glorious. I was expecting a push prompt to appear when I approach him to literally push him off the dam or boot him up the arse or something. But no, it just means you're now able to throw him, not push him, throw him off the dam, which I never realised you were apparently unable to do, which sounds a bit odd. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you've ever thrown the kill list target off the dam prior to this update. I always just assumed that you could. I guess I'll have to just make do with killing him with my whistle whilst he hovers in the air.
You're a wizard, Harry.
But that's enough of that nonsense. Let us move on to the 2 new free maps. And I use the term new very loosely, because once again, we've been given another map from Sniper Elite 5. This time it's the No Cross map, Flooded Village, ripped straight out of Sniper Elite 5 and dumped into Resistance. Because that way, Rebellion doesn't have to spend a penny. Now sure, it's free. It doesn't cost us a penny either. But the game did. It cost us a pretty fucking penny. And much like I said in my previous update video, which I admit did turn into a bit of a rant, for that pretty penny, I expect new maps. But hold up, We got 2 maps with this update, and the second is St. Raymond, which is a new multiplayer map for free-for-all, team deathmatch and squad match, this time based off of Mission 2 Dead Drop. And I gotta say, I'm less than impressed with this one, but that is just simply due to my playstyle. This map is mostly just a case of running and gunning through the streets, but when it comes to the multiplayer maps, for me, I like to have decent spots to snipe from, and out of all the multiplayer maps, this one has the fewest. The Church, for example, with its decent couple of vantage points, inaccessible. The Citadel, with its multitude of vantage points, inaccessible. Having barely any vantage points on this map so we can actually snipe is a massive fail in my opinion, and without doubt this is my least favourite of all the multiplayer maps. And it just goes to show, you can't always just rip a section out of a campaign and slap it into multiplayer. But that's just another example of Rebellion's penny pinching when it comes to Sniper Elite Resistance. Every single multiplayer map in the game, except those ripped straight out of Sniper Elite 5, are just slightly edited sections of the campaign maps. Sniper Elite Resistance does not have a single map built from the ground up that's specifically designed for multiplayer. It honestly makes me wonder just how cheaply this game was made. But Rebellion was still happy to charge full price for it. Just think, what have Rebellion actually really created to make this game? What have they really had to do? The answer is, they made 7 maps. That's it. 7 maps and a few new weapons. All the campaign, multiplayer, survival, propaganda, they all use those same 7 maps. Now, I'm going to stop here because I don't want this to turn into another video of me ranting like my last one did. But one more thing worth mentioning before we wrap this up is there are some new DLC packs available. 4 to be exact. If you didn't pre-order the game and missed out on the Kar 98 rifle and the M1911 pistol pre-order bonuses, then they are now both available to buy separately for about £3 each or $4. There is also the new Carl's Armory DLC pack that includes the Springfield rifle and the Thompson SMG, along with 2 skins for Carl, so we can now play as Carl in the game. You will need to search the store and download it, but it is free. And finally, the first content drop of the Season Pass is now available. If you've already purchased the Season Pass, then you're good to go. If not, you can buy the pack separately if you like for a tenner or about $12. It comes with 1 new campaign mission as well as the propaganda mission for that map, plus a new rifle and a new SMG. All of this is available to download now, and I will be reviewing all of these packs on my channel very soon. So, let me know in the comments how you feel about the fact that Sniper Elite Resistance has been out for less than 2 months, and so far we've already received 2 Sniper Elite 5 multiplayer maps and 1 Sniper Elite 5 survival map. Are you happy to keep receiving copy and paste maps from Sniper Elite 5, or do you think Rebellion should do some actual work and give us some new maps, considering we paid full price for this game? Let me know down below. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like. It really does help the channel to grow. This is a dedicated Sniper Elite channel, so hit the subscribe button to be kept up to date on all things Sniper Elite. And I will see you guys in the next video!
Brutal Barracuda, a Sniper Elite channel.